Hello everyone, Nubkeks here. Hope you guys are having a great Christmas and welcome to our Christmas Q&A. You guys submitted the questions in the last video a couple of days ago now, so we're going to go through them in today's video. I also had some footage from today, the new Brawl. I thought that was appropriate. I was going to use footage from an Abathur game. I think I'll actually just do that as kind of a normal video to fill in some of the gaps, because I'm going to be taking a bit of a break over Christmas, maybe 2 or 3 days. So that will fill in some of those gaps. And it could be good fun. But yeah, I was going to have some Brawl footage in the background. I just thought, I noticed something which I want to show you guys before we get into this video. So I was setting up, as you can see, I've set up like the streaming software and stuff like that. I have it like, I'm trying to do this on one monitor, so I've got the streaming software, and then I can move like comments and stuff on the back. So you might see me looking up and down as the monitor moves and things like that. But I discovered there is an ability to search on YouTube. I don't know if that shows up for you guys, but I can search for different things. If I like alt tab, can I see? I don't know. It closes down the drop down menu when I alt tab. I presume you guys can see this, but I didn't know this was here. But you can search YouTube comments. I think actually this is due to an add-on that I have in. Yeah, actually that's what it is. It's an add-on that I have installed, which lets me see more analytic stuff. But I can search for different kind of comments. I thought, like, there's one here, comments that contain positive sentiment and then that contain negative sentiment. I thought that's really interesting. Let's see what that brings up. And when I searched for it, unfortunately, goddammit, Jeremy, you left a comment when I was trying to set this up and you ruined this whole thing. But before Jeremy left this comment, the first positive comment was from Yanobi Snapdragon, and you can see it's like love is here and lol. I thought, well, that's nice. This is pretty cool. I can search for positive comments. Then when I searched for negative comments, guess what? Yanobi Snapdragon with the same comment was the top negative comment too. I had such a laugh seeing that. Such a laugh. It's like, because it picked up die, Nubkeks, die. I just thought that was very, very funny. Anyway, let's pop over here. And we're going to... Oh, I've gone into the wrong... Shit, fuck, nuts. Excuse my language. This is Christmas. We shouldn't do this. Anyway, we're going to go through the questions from the video. I've set it to just a video. The default over here is actually top comments, as you can see. So we're actually, I think that's actually probably a good way to do it, right? We'll just go through these in terms of the top comments. Oh, by the way, for the giveaway for the video, I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to go do that after this recording, which is also kind of like finalize who is in the comments and things like that. So, tell you what, let's get into it. Oh, I should press play on the thingy first. Here we go. Play on Snow Brawl. And it doesn't want to tab out. There we go. It has tabbed out. And I'll turn this down, the volume of this down a little bit, just a smidge. Hopefully that won't be too loud over the Q&A. In fact, I'll turn it down a good chunk. There we go. And that should be fine. So the first comment is from Mr. Gregor Specker. He says, can you give me your address so I can sponsor you a real hat? Gregor, I don't know what you're talking about. This is very clearly a real hat that is moving with me. So, no, you can't. Give me your address. But actually, if you want to hear something about my address and something that came of an address, check back on Christmas Day. Actually, this is a good segue. Surprise video covering a surprise to me. Christmas Day. Come back and check that out. People are leaving comments saying lol. Next up we had Frontier Star. Can't quite get this to line up properly. If we grab this. Oh, that makes my thing go away. He says, don't put me in the draw, please. Okay, rather someone else get it. But he does have several questions because he's a naturally curious person. Pick any that you want. All right. So there's several here. Oh, my goodness. There's several here. Oh, fuck me. There's fucking Frontier Star. There's about a bazillion things. Tell you what, I think some people have answered these or asked these as well. What do you do in real life, though? There we go. I can answer that one. And then I think some of the other ones cropped up elsewhere. I'll just pick the first one. You put it as number one. It must be the most important. What do you do in real life? So at the moment, I am actually putting most of my efforts into YouTube. It's been doing amazing over the last couple of months, which is really... Like, before that, I was kind of wondering about, very much so, about stepping away a little bit and looking for, like, another, like, main focus. Because it's been a real passion for me, and I have made YouTube, over the past few months, kind of like the main thing that I do, the main thing that I direct, even, like, my creative energy and just my brain energy towards. But yeah, the last couple of months especially, the channel's been doing really well, and I kind of felt like, okay, this could really develop into a proper thing that, you know, I could have legitimately be financially feasible as a full-time thing. Thank you, by the way. I'm just watching that video. I just got saved. Thanks. I think it was the Oriole or someone knocked me back with a snowball. Thanks for that. Saved my life. But yeah, I've been doing like little odd jobs and bits and bobs on the side as well, just so I don't starve. But yeah, moving forwards into 2017, certainly the goal for the first part will be to do real life. Just do YouTube real life. And it's funny. YouTube can be a very, very time-consuming thing. Constantly get comments coming through on your phone. You're constantly thinking about videos. It's interesting. It's very different from like a 9-to-5 job. But thank you for all the comments and the questions here. But people do have other questions, so I'll do that. Edgy McEdgeface asked, why put a trash tier hero on your banner? I have all the heroes to give away. Okay. Trash, because Gazlo. Gazlo is clearly not trash tier. Gazlo is clearly the best hero in the game. Honestly, I had to do a coin flip between Gazlo and Nova to decide which would go in the banner, because they are, without question, the best 2 heroes in the game. I don't know what you're talking about, Edgy McEdgeface. Oh, people having a legitimate... What's this? People are having a legitimate argument. That's hilarious. Tess Sen says, for the Q&A, what gives you the most motivation for making your videos? Oh, that's actually a really nice question. What's the comment? Oh yeah, I remember this. This is brilliant. Nick Woodward, hang on, can I get this a bit? Nick Woodward, I love this. So you can see this, I resisted replying to or upvoting any of the comments on this, but this was so perfect, I had to upvote it. He says Varian, which I thought was so funny. What a reflection on our placement games for this season. The most motivation for making my videos, I don't know, it's one of those weird things where I'm not fully sure why, but I just love doing it. It's something as soon as I saw YouTube videos and people making them for entertainment and stuff, it was just like, that was something I wanted to do. And then I love the educational side of it, like I want to teach people. It just clicks with me. That's probably the main thing. Because, you know, I did like a lot of work when the channel was much smaller. You know, a lot of people would say interaction with the audience, and that is a huge part, but I don't think it's the main motivation for me, even though I love it. Because even before, like, the channel was growing and people were having comments, like, we get so many comments. I couldn't believe how many people submitted questions for the Q&A. That's a wonderful thing, and it's amazing. But I was like, even before that was there, I still loved making videos. So I don't know what it is. I don't know what that core, that basic motivation that forms the foundation is. But just something about talking to people. I guess, you know, I think someone else asked a question on this about what I studied, like, for college. But, like, my base undergrad, I was actually trained to be a teacher, believe it or not. But yeah, it's funny. I like the old style. I like the lecturing style of teaching. I don't like as much the more active, newer style and getting people involved. It's just like, ew, gross. I just want to lecture people, which is why I like YouTube so much. I like having knowledge and imparting it, and then, you know, getting involved in this particular way. But I thought that's a really interesting comment. Really interesting. So thank you, Tessens, for that question. Space Monkey Entertainment. Whoops, I scrolled past it. What other games do you or have you played other than HOTS? And what way do you think it helps your performance in HOTS? I think transitional skills like aiming and FPS. So I used to love strategy games when I was a kid, younger and like a teenager. I mean, I still love them today. Now, I was never good at them, but I suppose that would provide some sort of groundwork for moving into a game like Heroes of the Storm. A bit of that sort of slight strategic thinking, I guess, to a small extent. Then like I played badminton quite a bit for a few years, and believe it or not, like I think doing like coaching, I mean, it's not like a game in the sense that you probably mean it of a video game, but as a sport, you know, you get the same insight into the psychology of a sport into like just the coaching aspect of it, into, you know, the strategy aspects and all that sort of stuff. So I think actually the badminton would tie over quite a bit. And yeah, then I played World of Warcraft for a good while as well. And, you know, I guess some of that would have been like looking into some of the statistics and the strategy, and again, like working with a team, that sort of stuff. A little bit, but for the most part, no, I don't think other games would have had a massive impact on performance in HOTS. Now, apart from League of Legends, obviously, I played League of Legends when it first came out, quite a bit for the first couple of years, and then I kind of like drifted away from it. But I think definitely the background of League of Legends is by far the biggest thing that had an impact coming into Heroes of the Storm, by far. But other games and stuff, not quite. Someone else had asked a question about League of Legends, so I'm thinking we might come to that. We're going to get through as many as we can while this video lasts, by the way. For Q&A, what's your least favorite hero? I I don't like Malfurion much. He's super popular at the moment, but he's not a hero that I've ever enjoyed. I must actually go back and try him. I just found him incredibly boring whenever I played. My least favorite, Fala, his best and most played hero. You're answering the wrong question there, Fizzlemeister. Dimitri S. Try to scroll this up a little bit so we can see his name. Can you explain how to use Tychus' ults? Feels like my laser placement doesn't do enough. What about Odin? Odin and Bloodlust. Yeah, no, seriously, Odin and Bloodlust right now, incredibly strong. Really, really powerful. Even, you know, and they also combo really well with Earthquake. And Laser also combos really well with Earthquake too. I think for... I'm not actually 100% sure because I don't play a ton of Tychus. I feel like Odin is fairly useful all around. I feel like both of them do quite a bit of zoning. They both have a similar duration. I feel like Laser is kind of nice against maybe more squishy, divey type heroes. That you can kind of focus them down, like, you know, against an Illidan or a Tracer. The Laser does a lot in helping to zone them out. I think both are really good. And I feel like you can't really go wrong with either one. I think also the Laser will combo better with... depending on the other talents you pick, because obviously while you're in Odin... none of your basic abilities are available to you. Your minigun isn't available to you. So, for example, I'm thinking maybe at level 4, you know, the extended duration on minigun, that would work well with laser, because, you know, that's... you can throw the laser down and be firing off this extended minigun and getting maximum value out of it. Whereas something like the bigger they are, which, again, there's a Tychus video out maybe yesterday or something when this comes out, where I talk a bit about this sort of stuff. But that just improves the damage your minigun does in its just pure 3-second duration. You can, like, burn through as much damage with that talent in that 3 seconds, and then throw down the Odin, and it's fine. You don't miss out on any value. That's sort of the rough thinking right there. Slawek asks, by the way, thanks for the Illidan video. Want to play him more? Here's a video for anyone who likes charity. Okay, it's not a question, but you guys can check that out if you like. King of Whale 1 says, Nubkeks, very new to your channel. Well, welcome. Hello. Can you talk about how you come about being on YouTube, gaming history, and whether you would like to go pro? Okay, a lot of people ask this as well. Very common question. How I came to being on YouTube? It was about a year and a little bit ago, and I started much more casually than what I do today. But I was playing World of Warcraft with some friends, and I realized that, you know, I had a lot of free time because I was doing a master's and ironically had a lot of free time. Yeah, I was playing World of Warcraft and I thought it would be cool to do like a UI guide or some guides to help out the guild because it was like a friends and family guild. So I said, hey, this would be a really great and like non-aggressive, but like just like a nice, friendly, educational way. Be like, here, look, if you want to like improve and do better in the raids and we can progress, well, here's some good resources for you guys to use. So it kind of started out as that, and it's good fun. And yeah, I realized that I had upgraded my computer like during that year or the previous year, and I said, hang on, I've always thought about doing YouTube, and I actually have the potential. I've got the equipment to at least start right now, so let's give it a go. And that's what happened. I'll talk about the pro in another question, because I think there's another one somewhere. Gaming Squared says, why can't Murky be the meta? Murky can't be the meta. I'm sure Murky could be the meta. I think he's just weak at the moment. I feel like they over-nerfed him, like they nerfed Octograb when he was already weak. You know, I don't know. I was just noticing someone almost died to Lava Wave. Oh dear. So, like, Murky, the problem is that in a draft, he gets countered very easily. Octograb gets countered super easily right now, so he can get killed very easily in teamfights. You know, popular and strong heroes like Li Ming or Tracer and stuff like that can just absolutely wreck him. I think that's the problem with Murky, is that he gets counterpicked very easily. And he doesn't do anything dramatically well enough to be like that. I think, though, maybe, you know, in Garden of Terror, he might not be awful, especially if you get a decent draft. But yeah, I think there's just too many weaknesses in Murky to be strong right now. People are having a big discussion. Loading up some more comments. Are we in position? Oh, gone one too far. Here we go. Nubkeks. Christmas wishes that variant is not as overrated as killed by him. Merry Christmas. Well, thank you very much. It's a very nice comment. Thank you very much. But no questions, so we'll speed on. I would love to talk about all these comments, but I'm aware that we are running a little low on time. Ralph Anki asks, will you have a merch store? I would actually maybe like to do something like that at some stage. Now, I have no idea even what sort of merchandise I would do, but another question that was asked related to this would be, or has been asked by a couple of people recently, is will I ever have a website with like builds or tier lists, that sort of stuff on it, maybe some guides and things like that. And I actually would like to do that. I've no idea how to do it. So hey, if people know and want to give some advice or some insight in the comments, that would actually be fantastic. But yeah, I'm thinking of maybe looking into that a bit more in 2017, actually having a Nubkeks website and exploring the things we could do on that. I don't know if a merch store would work, but maybe some t-shirts or something. We'll see how things go. And number 2, can you viewer coach me in bed? This one's optional. I don't know. I don't know what this means precisely. On the one hand, I was like, okay, does he mean like, is he asking me to teach him how to be good at sex? Actually, I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. Ralph? I presume it's a boy's name, but I don't know. It's like, does he want me to teach? Or let's say, does Ralph want me to teach them to be good at sex? Or is it like they're just really lazy and they want me to coach them while they're like just relaxing in bed? Or it's like, is that like some sort of weird flirty way that's basically saying like, come have sex with me? I'm really confused by what it is. So I'm glad it's optional, because never sign up to something that you're not sure of. Say Booth says, number 1, why are you always sick? We have to send some tea. Oh, thanks. I actually have some tea right here. Delicious. Why am I always sick? I don't know. Am I always sick? I hadn't really noticed. I get sick a little bit. I had like this recurring fucking cold for ages. It's mostly gone away now, which is so good. So hopefully we'll be healthy for a little while until March, halfway through March, when my hay fever will kick in and we'll be back to lovely Sliffly Nubkeks. So you guys can look forward to that. Some other people ask these questions, so unfortunately we're gonna power ahead. Fernando Maldonado says, Q&A, do you play any board games? If so, which ones? I play a lot of different board games, very casually, just with friends and family. I love playing board games with friends and family. For example, over Christmas, I'm sure we'll do like charades. I'll probably play some Boggle. Risk, I love Risk, but you need time to play Risk. Then things like Articulate, stuff like that. I love board games, big fan of them. But yeah, just like casual stuff, just for fun. I don't get too much into them, and they're a good laugh with friends. A little house party. That's one of my favorite evenings. It's like, you know, just night in with like friends or family, some good food, some like good drink, and some good board games. Just a lot of fun. Jenna Luna, do you think playing other MOBAs can help you get better at HOTS if only played HOTS? I don't know. Like, that's the thing, right? I think, like I mentioned earlier, I used to play League of Legends, and I think playing League of Legends for a few years and having MOBA experience did help me a lot when I first came to HOTS. But I think for like someone moving into it as a new thing, I don't know, right? Because it's not the idea of like playing it before, which obviously does help, but this is, should I stop playing HOTS and go play another MOBA? I don't think so, honestly. I think if you just play HOTS, you're going to be better off. I don't think, you know, coming to it now as a fresh MOBA player, I don't think you gain anything really by going to play other MOBAs. Obviously the skills carry over somewhat, but not too hugely. Mizipzor says, how did you come up with the name Nubkeks? Alright, this is a pretty good one to end on as well. How did I come up with the name Nubkeks? I know people love asking this question as we come to the end of this video as well. So we got through a fair few of these. This is a good one to end on. Name Nubkeks. So I came up with this when I was about like 13 or 14 or something. That was back when these sort of online handles were becoming more common. It came, you know, obviously there was insults. I don't know if it's around anymore, but it was sort of like being like a, what was it, a noob cookie or something like that. A noob cookie was, am I imagining that wrong? It sounds so dumb now. But yeah, there were kind of insults that sounded similar at the time. And then if you guys played World of Warcraft, in Orcish in that game, Kek was the Orcish for LOL. So when people on the Horde said LOL, people on the Alliance would see it as Kek. So I kind of combined the two. I was like, noob cookies, or noob cakes. It was noob cakes, noob cookies. Noob cakes was the insult. I was like, well, noob cakes. I said, how about noob kek or noob keks? And then I thought Nubkeks. That has a bit of a ring to it. It sounds pretty cool. And yeah, that's where Nubkeks came from, and it was just fantastic because it was like a name for yourself or your characters that would never be taken by anyone, which was fantastic. It was really, really good, and that's where Nubkeks came from. And yeah, there you go, guys. I would love actually to keep answering all of these questions here. There are so many more questions, so thank you all very much for the questions. The VLC thing has come to an end though, and we are pushing like almost 20 minutes on this video, but like there were tons and tons and tons of these, and even there's more to load if I would scroll down further. But boom. Yeah, I would love to go through even more, and there are lots of questions that were really great that I didn't even get to. I read through all of them. I was like, I'd love to answer all of these, but for the sake of being a somewhat compact video that's somewhat digestible, I think we'll call it quits for here. But obviously, people really enjoy asking the questions here. Hopefully, you enjoyed hearing my answers. What we could do is do another Q&A another time. And yeah, you can ask more of these there, like maybe every month or something. I don't know. Or we could answer, maybe doing streaming. We could do more of these questions while we're streaming going forwards into next year. Not really sure. But yeah, guys, give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Let me know. And I think I asked you guys a couple of questions as well throughout this video on various things. So you can get involved in the comments section if you want to discuss that. Hope you enjoyed that bit of kind of just trolly Johanna gameplay. It was a bit of fun. We picked up falling sword and stuff just for a laugh. I thought, why the hell not? Let's go all out here. And it's a pretty funny game with the snowballs and things like that. So yeah, thank you to everyone who submitted questions. There were so many great questions. There was over like, how many comments were there? How many comments were there? Hang on, I can even check now and tell you. Actually, I should probably turn this off because I don't want... This is secret information. Oh no. That's the wrong one. Fuck. God, fuck, shit. Nugget. Alright, here we go. There were, on that video, 158 comments on the Q&A in total video. So a lot of those were questions. Now, some of them were replies and stuff, but it's pretty crazy. There are a lot of things. Guys, thank you for watching. Didn't get to all of them, but... might get to more in future videos. I'll see you all next time for more Heroes of the Storm. Have a great Christmas, guys. Oh yeah, and that secret video. Bit of fun, kind of a bit of insight. It's like a 5-minute video. Will be out on Christmas Day, so do check that out. It might be kind of cool. Alright, guys. Bye. See you next time. Bye-bye. 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 That was a very sloppy outro. I'm such a noob. I need to practice. God damn it.